guys, this is Heather Watson, your concierge realtor with Divine Fog Realty.
And I'm Tiana, your short-term rental property manager.
And we are coming at you finally with part 3 of our 4-part series of investing in short-term rentals.
Okay, so in part 3, we're going to be talking about location advantages,
Characteristics of a good profitable short-term rental,
and how to get started.
So when you're looking for the perfect short-term rental, location is critical. Whether you are going to be marketing a short-term rental that is close to all amenities, or whether you are marketing a short-term rental that is in a quiet, secluded getaway.
Okay, so some guests are looking for something that's not so private. They may be traveling to a local hospital, and because they want to get there quickly, they want to stay somewhere nearby. Or even with Liberty, it may be congested areas that you're thinking, oh, nobody wants to stay here. But it's easy accessible to local businesses, local universities, close vicinity to what's going on in our city.
Or you might have guests that just want to travel to the area to view some of the historical sites, to see the mountains. In that case, they might want a secluded getaway. So you really have to take your clientele in mind when purchasing the most ideal short-term rental and marketing that property.
So once you determine the location of your short-term rental, you also want to consider certain features.
Some of those features might include easy accessibility for all guests. So you might want to have handicap accessibility, disability features. You want to consider whether your property is ideal for large groups or small groups, or maybe both.
You also want to note that one-level homes are also ideal because they offer most of those things.
Some other things to consider are homes that have multiple bathrooms are ideal. Those that have nice outdoor spaces that might include a large backyard, a porch, a hot tub, a pool. All of those things that are going to kind of separate your property from others. So even though your guests in a short-term rental are critical in finding the right property and making sure it has all of those wonderful features, it's also important to note that you as the host have the ability to read reviews from guests and where they have stayed in other properties. And if those reviews might not reflect the type of guest that you would like to host in your property, then you are allowed to deny them.
Decline their reservation.
Yeah, decline their reservation. So even though guests are super important, you as a host are also very important in this process, of course.
You may already have a property that you're ready to rent or arbitrate as a short-term rental.
And that's where she comes in. Or if you're looking to get started in this process and looking to find your first short-term rental, that's where I come in. In today's video, we did talk about some things that can help you get the most profit out of your short-term rental, but that doesn't mean that every property cannot be utilized as a short-term rental, because it can. We just know the things that can get you the most value, and we shared a little bit of those with you.
We know what you really want to know, and that's about the numbers, how much profit you're going to make.
So again, if you want to get started, you can reach out to me, Heather Watson, 434-258-0022, so that we can crunch the numbers. We can figure out if you are pre-qualified, if you're not pre-qualified to purchase your first one, what we need to do to get you pre-qualified. We can talk about all of the variety of lending options.
And I'm here to manage that property for you once you close on it with Heather, so that you can make the most amount of money with the least amount of work.